Welcome to the SEONERD Digital Marketing Podcast, where we interview proven digital marketers on the internet. I'm your host, Michael Friedberg. Today, we're interviewing Vijay, a PPC expert. Hey everybody, we're here with Vijay. He's a pay-per-click specialist from India, and he's going to be on the SEO podcast talking with us today. How are you doing today?
Thanks, Mike, and I've been doing amazing, and it was pretty cold over here. What about you?
Oh, it's good. Just working nonstop. So, just want to create great content for everybody who is interested in SEO and pay-per-click.
Awesome.
All right.
It's real.
Yes, it is. It is. So, first question, what is PPC?
So many people know about the PPC, right? And many people heard about the PPC, but never tried it. So basically, we know how Google works. When we open up our Google Search Console and we try to figure out few things like few terms, let's say Canon DSLR, or we can say iPhone 11 for buying purpose. We might see some few top searches as 4 paid searches, which is known as Google advertisements, and also known as PPC, which is basically a pay per click. Whenever you hit those links, we have to pay for it as a PPC specialist at the back. This is what the PPC means. Whenever PPC you heard, it means we are talking about Google advertisements.
Got you. How could someone maximize a pay-per-click campaign?
All right, this is very good question, Mike. I really appreciate that you put up. And the first thing for maximize the PPC campaign, try with a low budget first as a traffic search ad campaign. Try with it and try to analyze your analytics. That what's going on over here, how many competitors you have. Try to check audience insight. You can check how many people are bidding with the same keyword, right? What budget you should have to compete with those keywords. You can all do it by just investing on traffic advertisement initially for search ads in PPC for a week. Once you've done PPC for a week, now you have a very good amount of data to analyze that what kind of competitors you have, what kind of bidding structure you should have, and what kind of a budget, which is main important thing over here to have. That is going to be really helpful for you.
Got you. I have a good question.
Yeah.
I've done pay-per-click in the past, and believe it or not, we spent 11 grand a month, 11,000 USD a month on stuff that costs $15 a click. So what I saw happening was super expensive. What I saw happening was, I believe our competitors were clicking our link to run us out of our budget. Do you go through that? You have
I'll tell you what happens.
Yeah.
Mike, it happens. Actually, I have also realized this thing. I have created one campaign for my client. So it was around in fact, my campaign was hitting around $17 per click. It was insane. I thought, what happened to my ads? When I was running for some other client, for some other in similar industry, but not exactly, the click cost was around $6 or $5 per click. That was quite good, I would say. But as compared to $70 a click, I think it's totally been done by my competitors. They are keep on clicking on my Google PPC ads and consuming more budget.
And
it happens.
I was doing this back in 2016, and I called Google about it. I'm like, hey, these people over here have to be clicking my stuff because I'm not getting any leads. And they say, oh, well, that's your problem.
Right.
It's like, we're like, who else are we going to go to? It's like, go to Bing. And actually, I did it with Bing, and Bing was actually nice enough to refund some of my money. But it's a tough game because I don't know how it is now, but they don't refund you your money. So you got to be careful, which goes into my next thing.
They don't refund any penny as well. It's a very cheap game over here. I would really be frank with you. People do some stuff till now, I have been faced yesterday as well that many clicks was there, but no conversions at all. So I
Yeah.
figured it out that why it happened. So it might be done with my, from my competitor side. So they are really gone cheeky in the business.
Got you. Which goes into my next question, which is, what do you think is better, pay-per-click or SEO?
Very big complimentary answers, right? So like everybody is still thinking that they should invest on Google advertisements or still stick to the SEO. So my answer is go side by side. Don't miss out anything. You have
Yeah.
opportunity in PPC and you also opportunity, big opportunity over in fact in SEO. SEO is something you already know, and I also know that what the potential they have. If we start doing SEO from now, if we talk about some new businesses coming in this year, and we start doing SEO from today, and we wait for a 1 year, we might see maximum conversions coming through our organic traffic. How cool
Yes.
is it? We don't have to spend any dollar for it.
Yeah. It's
But in the
amazing.
same time, if we don't have a patience, we don't have any patience to wait to get some conversion, to get some leads. What we can do, we can simply create a pay-per-click campaign. We can set our budget. We get a call immediately. We can bang on
Immediately.
leads
Yeah.
immediately. So we don't have to wait. So what I suggest to the new businesses over here, try to go with 40-60 rule. Try to invest 60 on PPC. Try to invest in 40 on SEO for long-term persons.
Yeah.
Right? How cool is that? Right, Mike? What's your opinion on it?
No, it is good. Me personally, I was working on some super competitive keywords, and it took me a year, 12 months, to get to the first page of Google. And I thought I was doing something wrong because I'm like, God, it normally takes 3 months, but it took a year to get there. And the people that I worked for, they wanted traffic now, and they were getting frustrated with the delay. But eventually, you get it, and you get a lot of when it comes. That traffic comes. It comes like a waterfall. So, but
Yeah.
if you need the traffic now,
Nice.
and you got you could actually get it with the pay-per-click. What's some good
Right.
pay-per-click advice for somebody starting in pay-per-click?
All right. So it's a very good question. It's been asked a lot of time. In fact, on my Instagram messages as well, that what should be the great advice with the starting with the PPC. So I always advise to start with the search ads in the Google PPC campaigns. And second thing is try to optimize your load time on your landing pages. It's highly important in 2020 because Google is allowing those pages to come on the top, those having the less load time and also having the best quality score. So if you are getting more than 8 quality score, it means you are more likely to come up on the top searches. If you are coming on the top 2 searches, it means you are already capturing the 80% market share already for you. How cool is that? If you are missing the spot, you are already missing the 70% market share. This is a huge loss for you. So
Yeah,
keep working on your load time. And second thing, your landing page experience should also come through your load time, and also by the content you are providing, what kind of a CTA you have given in your landing pages for your SaaS product, either you have some service product, anything. So make sure your landing page experience should highly relevant to your advertisements. If you do some cheeky stuff over there, you'll get banned or you'll get low quality score. You will be going to charge way higher than usual. In fact, I'll tell you one example. I'm running one HVAC advertisement for my company. I have one company which HVAC work, right? So my competitor do the same as well in my locality. So how I beat it? So what I've done some research, and he is bidding on the same keyword, and I'm also bidding on the same keyword. In fact, he's bidding on around $2 for a click, which is very cheap over here in India. $2 for a click, and I am investing around $1 per click. So it's almost a half. But I'm still coming on the top of the search. Why I'm coming on the top? Because I have a better landing page experience. I'm providing the best content on the search and best load time. So that's why how I am able to reduce my total budget cost on my PPC. So this is a major thing that people miss out, and I highly highlighted and these points because people should always remember that why you are running on campaign on Google, because Google preference is all about the best quality and best value you are given to your audiences. I hope you agree with it, Mike.
I agree 110%. I actually didn't know that. I thought Google's just gonna take your money. So I'm willing to pay $5 a click, but my page loads in 20 seconds. I never knew that they wouldn't take the $5, but that makes sense because Google's all about giving the best user experience. So if you guys want to save money, make sure your page is loading good. And to go into what you just said, it's all about conversion. So what kind of tools do you use to help on getting better traffic, better converting traffic to the website?
Okay, so there are few tools that I use sometimes. Like I do have Uber Suggest. I use sometimes Uber Suggest. Sometimes not really regularly. I do have SEMrush, which is a highly demanding tool right now for some SEO keywords research and all. So I sometimes use that. But now from the last month, I have started using one tool called SimilarWeb. What it does, it will allow you to check your competitors' advertisement, that what they have created on the Google search engine. You can check their ad copies, you can check the keywords they're bidding on. Bang on, you have the whole game in your hand. So what you can do, you do some reverse engineering, you can create new offers to them, just cutthroat competition. You just give them a huge offer, so people will go crazy on the Google search engine, right? So that's how you should check your competitors. So similarly, now I'm using, as I told you, SimilarWeb is the one tool that I'm using for competitor research. And for keywords, I use SEMrush.
Got it. Got it. That's good. Um, what kind of conversion rate is good when doing pay-per-click?
Very interesting question though. That it depends totally on industry to industry. That what industry you are in and what kind of audiences you are targeting. It's totally variable. But to be frank with you, to what is the average conversion rate if you are having some good amount of product, and I would say like it's a high potential lead which is having a high ticket value. So your conversion rate should be 3.8%. In fact, I can say 4%. If it is going less than 4, you have to do some certain changes with your PPC campaign. If you are getting more than 4%, in fact 10%, 8%, you are doing amazing work over there. You don't have to think anything. You are doing already a great conversion score,
Oh,
right?
that's, yeah,
So
very
my
interesting.
preference is always been 4%, and I have always able to maintain a 4%, more than 4, almost 5% conversion rates on my PPC campaigns, which is really helpful for me. And in fact, I'm into some HVAC, PPC specifically from very 3 years now. So I have seen if I get one conversion, I think the conversion value, if I tell you, it's around, it could have gone to $10,000 for a one conversion. So it's a
Wow.
huge market in the HVAC in India. Yeah.
They're
So I'm
selling
able to generate, 3 conversions in a month. Yeah, I'm able to generate 3 conversions in a month for my business. So that's the thing. There's a next level is going off here.
what are you doing? You're selling Rolls Royces or something, Ferraris? We don't have to go
No,
into
not at all. We
that.
do
Yeah.
HVAC works.
Yeah. No, that's really cool though. That's amazing how one click, one visitor can turn into $10,000 in revenue like that. That's amazing. It just amazes me how the internet is. Which goes into my next
Yeah.
question. What is a good size budget for a pay-per-click campaign?
It's very interesting question though. It's totally depend on country to country level as well. Since it's India, it's very cheap. And if you are running on UK, US, you see some higher bids going on over here. It's obvious. But if I say like if you want to check like if you have a very new business and you want to try Google PPC ads, because you and I know that we struggle with new businesses and people ask us even that we are very new into this digital world. We don't know how to run Google PPC. What should be our budget? What should be our keywords targeting? So I always tell them to start with $300 or $400 a month, or I would say roughly $100 in a day to get a decent amount of data of your customers, of what kind of a customers you have in the market, what kind of a behavior they have. Start with $100 ad and try to bid maximum, go to $1 to $2 per click. Don't go beyond that initially. You will face loss eventually, because you are very new to the market. The Google don't know about you, so let the Google know more about you, more keyword research pour in into the system, and system will allow you. So if once everything is satisfied, now it's time to roll. Now try to invest $600 to $5,000 in a month. It's totally depend on your business, on your scalability, that how you can invest in it, how much you want to invest in that, right? So I highly recommend start with the $600 a month. You will see a lot of stuff coming in. You got not lot of analytics. You can check your Google Analytics, what's the behavior of your customers, visitors, and you can check your bounce rate. And also, it's very important to have a better bounce rate. Mike is also know about that. Why bounce rate is so much important over here in 2020? Because in PPC, I have seen that people are getting 97% bounce rate. It's mean they are not doing anything at all. People are coming and leaving their landing pages. It's very poor rate. So you must maintain them for at least 2 minutes in your landing page. You have to maintain that.
You definitely got to understand your traffic, and they got new tools now. Like here at SEONERD, we have a conversion tracking tool where you could actually watch your visitors' mouse click movements and then go see where they go from page to page. And when I started, the reason I built this tool is like you said, you can, if you have a high bounce rate, it's going to be expensive. And
right.
I got my conversion rate from a very low, below 5%, all the way up to a 50%. 1 out of 2 people were filling out the form by using this conversion tracking tool. And all I had to do was, first, I got it from 5 to like 25% by locking the scroll on the screen, locking the scroll. Because when people scroll, you're giving them more time to leave, in a sense. You're not getting to where you want them to go to. So I lock the scroll, and you click a button to unlock the scroll. And then eventually I just figured it out. Just when they click on the link, bring them directly into the form, directly to the call to action. Just let them.
It's a great hack, actually.
And that's how I got it. Yeah. You just get them right into the form, and they can fill it out. And then I got it to from very low to 50%. So still a tough game. I'm not gonna lie, but it's important to use those conversion tracking tools. All right, we're gonna move into the lightning round. I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions. You could just answer them as fast as you can. And
all right,
here we go.
let's go.
Let's go to the lightning round. What is the best marketing advice you've ever received?
Do competitor research as much you can and know your business as much you can.
Got it. That's a good response. And how do you see search? How do you see Google search changing in the future?
Try to create more podcasts like Mike, because everything is going to be on voice. Alexa skill is developing day by day. So everything's going to be do an autonomous thing right now.
Yeah.
So try to create more audio content, basically, as a highly advised skill now. Yeah.
That's so true. So Vijay, if someone in our audience wants to get in touch with you, what's the best way they can do that?
Follow me on Instagram. My handle is vijay.kumar.nayak. I respond immediately in 5 minutes. If you do have any queries, send me a voice note. I'll give a voice note as well with your detailed answer in your PPC.
All right, Vijay, it was great having you on the show.
Thank you, Mike. It's been a pleasure to be here, and I really enjoyed this to be here. And there was amazing questions you have asked, because these questions are actually very important for all the people, all the listeners right now who's going to listen to this podcast, because this skills going to be never be going to outdated. We know that this is a huge potential market in coming 30 to 40 years. This is going to be a next level marketing, whole new level marketing for all. Thank you, Mike, for being here.
Well, guys, I hope you've enjoyed that episode. Please be sure to check out SEONERD.com. SEONERD.com is online SEO software and conversion tracking software that can help your website generate more revenue.